Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Program with Scientier, and today I'm going to continue working on the task tracker and I'm going to fix a bug that I realized that I accidentally made over here. So, as you might recall, I checked to make sure there are no tasks, but that does not make for an empty category. No. I need to also make sure that subcategories is empty. In other words, I shouldn't be able to delete a category unless it has literally nothing in it. This might make it a little bit tedious to delete categories, but this is the only way of being sure that I'm not creating some sort of horrible mess. So I just wanted to do that before I got back into adding information to my search results. Okay, now it's time to continue adding information to my search results. So I need to add the priority. So that's just, going to be the priority. Okay, is there any other info that I need from here? Well, the task modules, obviously, but name, priority, I don't need the ID, creation date I have. I guess I could add completed. That doesn't feel relevant, though. Completed and archived does not feel relevant to searching. The reason why I say that is I don't feel like you need to search for completed tasks. They're done. If you didn't mean to have them finished, you shouldn't have marked them as done. There might be other criteria you're looking for that can bring up completed tasks, but looking specifically for completed tasks, maybe I'll add that, but I certainly don't feel like it's important in the search results. No, actually it is important in the search results. It's super important. Okay. I'm going to actually add archived as well. Archived toString. Again, this is information that I may or may not need, but I'm putting it here in case I do. I'm gonna drink some water now. Slowly sipping away at this cup of water. It's delicious though. Okay, so is there anything else from owner that I'm going to need besides the task modules, which is what my next intention is going to be? No, okay. Info plus equals environment. Whoop, that's not how you type environment.newline in a useful and meaningful way. Task modules. I'm going to just do it like this. Plus environment.newline. If owner.taskmodules.count is equal to 0, info plus equals none. I'm going to just put little lines on either side. Else, for each task module in owner.taskmodules info plus equals module.toString plus environment.newline. No, that's wrong. That's right. This is wrong. Okay, so I'm going to explain what I'm doing here a little bit. This is something that you'll commonly come across, which is kind of like an iteration order concern. By having this end like this, if there's nothing, once I reach the last module, I will not put a new line at the end of it, which will artificially extend the height of the label. So by having this not have a new line afterwards and prepending the new line, saying, hey, I'm adding a new thing, I need to go on to a new line, that means that this will end at the exact spot, like the label will not get an extra new line tacked onto the end. It's going to end, the last line of it's going to be the last line of actual information. Does that make sense? Because otherwise what you're going to run into is like something that has basically like an extra space at the end, kind of like how this has an extra space on here, which you often want in your code files, but not so much when you're trying to design for compact information. I think this is most of what I need for a search result, by the way. I could potentially add some color coding of some kind, but I'm not going to. Unless I feel that that's something that's like super important. Okay, so search results. What this needs right here is public void set search results list of task search results. Okay, this doesn't actually have to do a whole lot. This just needs to be an internal instead of a public. There. And then I just need what? So flower dot controls dot clear, and then for each task in search results, search result. Actually, just flower is what I'm trying to call it, but I ended up calling it flower because English works that way. So now I'm just rolling with it. Loads, clears out old search results and loads in new ones. Search results to load. Okay, we'll see how this all works. Hopefully it works okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this for now because that theoretically does what I want it to do. It's just sitting right here, docked in the thing. This, actually, let's go ahead and view code. This is going to need a search parameters splitter dot panel one dot resize. Search parameters dot width equals splitter panel one dot client size dot width. Again, we're just setting the width. We're not setting the height, because this thing is going to be whatever height it needs to be to fit all of its parameters. And you know, if it doesn't fit, doesn't fit. Actually, I might not even want to set the now that I think about it, I might not even want to set the size at all. I might just want to leave it without that. The reason why I'm saying that is yeah, as I'm thinking about it, that makes a lot more sense. The reason why I'm saying that is because the panel is going to have stuff on it for searching, and it's just going to be whatever size it is. So if you make the thing too small, I want you to be able to scroll to get to all of the things that you need. So how do I want to set this up? There's a couple of things that immediately come to mind. Now, the question is, do I want you to be able to search for specific pieces of information inside the task modules. The answer to that is that sounds like a gigantic, hairy mess to actually set up. If you need specific information, I think it might be reasonable to... Okay, so let's see. I know that I want to... have a thing for... I'm just going to use group boxes to organize stuff. Name... let's see. Because what I'm thinking is maybe I want you to be able to search all of the info, like on what the info display gives. Actually, okay, so something that I think I'm going to want to do, because it sounds like it's not a bad idea, is in the search result, I have this gigantic string right here of information. I think I'm going to yank that and put it into task and just add a thing down here. Public string get information and just return info. Basically everywhere that says owner can go away. So then what I can do is it gets information about the task. Then I can have you search the information, which I think might be more useful, if that makes sense. Information. I don't want to return this with toString, though. That would be just a lot of stuff. I don't even think I'm really using toString on tasks now that I think about it, but whatever. Okay, search results. I'm just going to set this, instead of being that, just go owner.getInformation. Boom. That'll be the same diff. But the difference is that I can search for information. So running a search on text is a little bit obnoxious, but it's definitely doable. So I want another group box. I'm going to call this information. Search task information, just to be more explicit. Task name, so you can search by name. And then I'm basically going to like ignore fields that are effectively empty. So I'm going to add then a couple of checked list boxes. So I'm going to add one for categories, one for priorities, and one for has task module. Okay. So let's see. How do I want to? Let's just continue on my group box train. Okay, a couple more group boxes. I'm just gonna throw these over here. I'm gonna throw priorities in this one. I'm gonna throw categories in this one, and I'm gonna throw this in this one, I think. And then I'm gonna like spread this out just a little bit because this is super cramped. So priorities is actually really straightforward. Priorities. What? Oh. No, this needs to. Priorities. Categories. I'm just going to say refine by category. Refine by priority. And refine by present task modules. Okay, so category. So let's see. Priority I know. Back burner, low, medium, high, and immediate, I believe, were my priorities. Stretch this to, yeah, this just docket to fill. Docket to fill. And docket to fill. Okay, so if I go double check task, yeah, back burner, low, medium, high, immediate. Okay, so one of the other things that I want to do actually is I want to make sure all of these are checked. Like by default, all of these should be checked. So you should check, or so you should turn off the ones that you don't want on. So I'm not sure if there's a way of doing that here. I just have my items. Okay, so categories, I'm gonna stretch up, stretch over. I'm gonna stretch that down a bit. This I'm gonna stretch up, over, down a bit. I'm gonna narrow this to kind of fit those, and then I'm gonna add a button here. Execute search button. I'm just gonna call it execute search, I guess, something like that. Full width. That's fine right there, and let's just shrink this up to that. Okay, so I'm gonna add a text box here. Name. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just add a text box to here, except make this multi-line. I mean, you probably aren't gonna want to multi-line this, but information. Okay, so there's a bunch of things I need to do with this. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to so populate categories. Okay, so items. So let's just go for each category cat in category dot all categories. items dot add cat dot toString. And yeah, categories dot checked. Set item checked. Okay. So this, I'm going to just go ahead and rework this to a for and I equals 0, I is less than category dot all categories dot count plus plus I. And I'm just going to do I dot as category dot toString, and this is going to be I true. Okay, so this is going to ooh. Okay, so I just realized I need to do something. I need to make a public void refresh info. Refresh category info specifically. And that is going to need to have basically this, but it's going to need to be if category dot, oh, no, let's just, basically whenever you go to this tab, it's going to have to categories dot items dot clear. It's just going to have to clear it out. Refreshes the category list as it may have changed. So this is going to have to do that when you go back to this tab. That's easy enough to do. I did it previously with the with some other stuff. So populate task modules. Has task module dot items dot dot add range program dot task module names. Boom. And then we need to check some stuff. So for int I equals 0, I is less than as task module dot items dot count as task module dot check set item check state item checked I comma true. Basically just need to duplicate this, except instead of that, it needs to be priorities. Both of these are going to need plus plus I. I am a silly person who forgot that. Okay. This is going to add all of our categories. It's going to add the task module names, and it's going to set them checked by default. It will not, let's see, just for consistency, I'm going to add these here for consistency with categories. Okay, so that's basically all we need to do here. The challenge at this point actually is, well, okay, let's just go in here and add a public void refresh information search parameters dot refresh category info updates search parameter information. And then let's just, while I'm thinking about it, go to the main window, and where's my, right here. Else if tabs dot selected tab equal to search tab search view control dot refresh information. Okay, let's just get that in there while I'm thinking about it, so that way we don't forget it. Always a good plan. Always a good plan to not forget stuff. That's what I always think. Okay. So what I need right now then is I'm going to go ahead and come in here, and I'm going to make a internal delegate or list task delegate no. Sorry, I have to remember how to make a delegate. I'm remembering. Search results handler. There. And then I need an internal event search results handler. Let's see. Search done. I think. And then I should be able to go right here and go search done. Nope, I did that backwards. Oink that. This takes the list. Search results. I don't know why I got that so backwards. Okay. Plus equals tab. Good. Now I can just go search results dot what is it like? You know how set search results. There we go. That just hooks that up. So that way, when we make our fancy button here do stuff, it will work. So this is the part where we need to kind of look at the order of refinements. So I'm going to just say order of refinements. Asterisks. If we're the right priority, if we're in the right category, if we have the right modules, if we have the right name, if we have the right info. Okay, so this is the order. Then we get in the results. So I need list task search results equal new. And then at the end here, if search done does not equal null, I expect it to finish null for me, and then it doesn't, and then I get so confused. Search done with search results. There. Pass along the search results. Okay, so I need to search tasks. So this might be something where it might be a good idea to create a pop-up window that just has information about how the search is progressing. So I'm just going to add a consider displaying a window dialog that demonstrates search progress. It's probably a good idea to add one. So I'm going to go ahead and add something just for that purpose. I'm going to add a new form. And this is just going to be a progress form. It doesn't need very much. It doesn't need a control box. And really all that it needs once I find that, all that it needs is well, I'm just going to set it to fixed dialog, where it's form border style, because it doesn't need to be resized. And I'm going to give it a handy dandy progress bar, which I'm going to conveniently call progress. This doesn't need a whole lot going on with it either. We'll do stuff with it in the code. We're going to go ahead and dock it to fill the thing, and we're going to go ahead and just shrink that down a bit. Okay. So all this is going to particularly need is int count string title, and then progress dot maximum equals count, and text equals title. Then we're going to go ahead and just add a public int value get return progress dot value. Right, guess what sets the current position of the progress bar. Set progress dot value equals value, and public int maximum get return progress dot maximum, and set progress dot maximum equals value. So this is really all that this is going to need to do itself. So next time I'm going to go ahead and start putting stuff together. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.